it do? Rebel on shit. Yeah. Wordplay is what I made a lot of money off of long before the rap game ever went corporate. First day that my first single dropped with a verse, I was God putting rappers in their coffin. Talk when I was phonetically talking, telenetically dark, and every booth that I walk, and superhero genetically telling out every market. Wordsmith, marksman, everybody baby mama target. Zoom to that jet propulsion, Mariana's trans deeper than the blackest ocean. Mind lacks emotion, massive notions, slashing throats and crashing boats and acid motion. Raps like the souls, I'm murder morose, shattering cattle and catapults with animal quotes.
Hi everyone and welcome back and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marilyn. First thing I want to do is thank you guys so much for the love you've been showing me over my Halloween series, and I've been getting so many compliments like on my channel as well as my social media. I really do appreciate you guys for all the love you've shown me. For everyone new who has subscribed to me, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you guys being here. So this video is going to be a 3-in-1, 3 easy last minute looks that you can do. I did try to use as little paint as I could, and I feel like I did a pretty decent job. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like even if you use acrylic paints for this looks, it's still going to turn out phenomenally. And another thing I want to ask you guys is, if you did like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. It really does help my channel grow and get out there so more people can see my content. So that this video doesn't get too long, I think we can jump right into the looks. Contacts and eyebrows done. I'll be going in with Black Radiance eyeshadow primer and setting the primer with this shade from the Saharan palette. Next I'll be going in with this brown shade as a transition shade. Then I'll be going with this shade right on the crease. I'll then be cutting the crease with the Illegal concealer. Then setting the concealer with this shade from the Nubian One palette. Right at the edge of the cut crease at the outer corner of the eye, I'll be going in with this shade and blending it out. Then drawing a small cut eye with this liner from Maybelline. To make my eyes look a little bit more dramatic, I'll be going in with this shade in the inner corner of my eyeball sockets, and then I'll be correcting with this Illegal orange corrector. Then lastly, I'll be going in with this foundation from the True Match line from L'Oreal. I was watching a movie as I did this look, that's why I kept looking to the side, but other than that, I wanted the highlight to be bright and the contour to be dark. So I went in with a really light highlighter from Illegal and a really dark contour from Illegal as well. And blend. I'll be setting my under eye with the benign neutral set heavy on my under eye because I really do want my under eyes to be white. Then on my cheeks I'll be going in with the SACHA Buttercup powder. Going in with this shade right beneath the waterline. Then with this dark brown shade right on top of that. I'll be using this Lancome pencil right on the waterline. Then highlighting my tear duct with this shade. Don't forget your brow bone. I'll be sweeping away the excess powder, but not all of it, and then I will be setting my face with this face powder from Maybelline. Then going in with my new favorite blush from Illegal. And then highlighting. Then I'll be setting my face with the SKINDINAVIA setting spray and going in with my alot from Dust of Colors, but I changed my mind about Kiss of Fire, so I'll be going in with this shade from ACRON because it's more bright and that's what I was going for. Next I'll be contouring with this shade on the places I want to be dark. And then I'll be going in with this even darker shade just to contour even more. I like making this face when you're trying to contour around the eye area. It just helps create the crevices that you like. This is my reference photo. To even darken up the contour, I went in with this dark brown shade all around my face yet again, but you're supposed to go in with black right after this step, but I completely forgot about it and had to do it at the end of the video, but I advise you to do it now right after the dark brown. Now we can get into the fun pattern. We'll start by drawing in the nose and then filling it in with black. You can use whatever shape you want. I just chose to go with this one because honestly it was easier. If you took my advice and did in your contour with black, then right on top of that black you can go in with black paint. But since I didn't, I'm going right on top of the brown, and then I'm just going to draw lines right down my mouth. No lines across my mouth, just straight down. I will be using the design of my reference photo, and this is what it looks like. And then she has a flower right on her chin in black, and then in the middle it's in red. And then she has this little, I think they're meant to be leaves of some sort. Going in with red around my eyes, I'm going to make this shape. If you want, you can have a darker eye. I didn't, so I went for this brown, but it does look better when the eye is darker. And then right in between the little waves on the eye, you can dot black in. I am following the shapes of my reference photo with this, and this is just what they look like. And then at the chin, again, like I mentioned earlier, we'll be filling it in with red, and then just adding a little bit of accents all around the face. Next, I'll be throwing on some natural lashes, and then we can get right into the hair. And I'll start by protecting my hair with Heat Protect from ORS. This has some really nice waves, and I just want to make them more defined. I won't be going in with any heat onto them. I'll just be mostly curling my real hair, and you guys have already seen me do this. If not, I will leave a card up there in the corner. Then I want to give the hair a little bit of some 80s vibes, so that's just what I'm doing. And lastly, I'm going to be throwing in this headband I got from eBay, and also defining my cheekbones with black like I had mentioned earlier. And that's it. To be doing things a little bit different with the Joker look, and I'll start with my face, and I'm priming with the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. Then I'll be going in with the Illegal Corrector to correct my dark spots and circles. I'll then be using this foundation that's 60 billion shades lighter than my actual skin shade from L'Oreal. A white foundation is a good substitute for white paint. Then I'll be going in with this Illegal Concealer in beige to highlight. Then I'll be using this shade to cream contour from the Benai Olive Foundation palette. And blend. Setting the entire face with the Benai Neutral Set Colorless Powder. Now we can get into the eyes, and I'll start by doing my brows using this Davis pencil. Then I'm going to clean up the brows using the Illegal Beige Concealer. I'm going to use these two shades from the Cara palette as a transition shade. Then I'm going to go in with the Illegal Gel Liner on my eyelid and blend it out fast before it dries up. Using this black from the Cara palette, I'm going to be setting the liner, and using this, I'm going to be going in on my brow bone. I felt like my transition shade was a bit too dull, so I'll be brightening it up with these two pink shades and going in with the very same shades down on my waterline. Every step I did on my eyelid, I'll be reversing on my waterline. So now I'm going in with the two purples, and then lastly with the black. Then I'll be using this shade on my inner corner. I'll use this purple to draw in wrinkles around my eyes. I find making this face the easiest way to draw in your natural wrinkles. Using these two shades from the Muse palette, I'm going to be contouring around my face. And I'll be using this shade to highlight the high points of my face. Going in with the Huda liquid lipstick in Vamp, I'm going to be filling in my mouth and also extending the lines on the corner of my mouth. Then pick a side of your mouth and just make a mess. Right at the corner of your mouth and in between the lines, you're going to want to go in with a black eyeshadow. Using hair oil to protect my hair, and then water and then hair oil, whatever you prefer, just to protect my hair because I don't have a green wig, no hairspray. I'll just be going in with this acrylic paint, and I'll be using these two shades from ACRON. I gave up on using a brush and just decided to go in with my fingers, and that's it. Since I'm still a novice at the whole contacts thing, I always start with this step.
One hour later.
I made this picture nearly 11 years ago and it's my inspiration for this look. Make sure you have your reference photo close at hand. I advise that you go in with a white liner just so it can be easier to clean up any messes, and then just map out the map as close to the original as you possibly can. As you guys can see, I did make quite a few mistakes, so it's always easier to start out with white. For the teeth, you want to make little diamond symmetrical shapes. I tried a new technique today of covering my brows, and that is going in with white liner and setting it with translucent powder. And then going in with the white paint, you're going to want to fill out all the white areas of the mask. Using a small Q-tip, you're going to want to clean up any areas that you got white paint where it wasn't supposed to. Using the red from the Maroon Paradise paint palette, I'm going to fill in the negative spaces as corresponding to the mask. You can ignore this entire part and just outline the teeth using black, but I started with white. I just wanted to map out how the teeth would look, but you can again ignore that part and just start from here, outline the teeth in black, and then later go in with white properly. Draw a thin black line from the tip of the tooth to the center of the tooth, and then clean up where necessary. Next, outline the entire edge of the mask in black. Fill in the negative space around the eye in black, but don't extend the black line as much as I did. Okay, now start with the other part of the face, and I'm going to start by priming my face. Next, I'll be correcting my dark spots with this illegal orange corrector. Next, I'll be dotting in the L'Oreal True Match foundation. Trying to get it into every crevice of my skin. Then I'll be filling in the little brow I have left out and highlighting and contouring using illegal pro concealers. Next, I'll be setting my highlight using the Benign Neutral set and using the illegal glide liner as an eyeshadow primer. Setting the liner with this black and adding this orange as my transition shade. Next, I'll be using this brown to diffuse the harshness of the black edges, then going back in with the orange on the waterline, then the dark brown, then lining my waterline with the black liner. I'll then be highlighting my tear duct with this shade and dusting away the excess baking. Then I'll be setting my face with this shade from Maybelline Fit Me. Now we can get into the mouth. I have my reference photo close at hand and I'm just trying to follow it exactly. Draw two lines inside the mouth and make sure the edges are a bit jagged. Then I'm going to go over the brown with black paint, the same one from Maroon Paradise paint palette. Leave some space at the center of your lips and fill in the corners with black. This space is going to be the tongue and you're going to want to mix red and white to make pink. Then mixing white into that newly pink shade, you're going to want to put that at the bottom of the lip and use your finger to blend it out. Then at the top of the lip, you're going to want to add black and mix it out. Next, you're going to want to fill out the teeth in white. Next, we'll be giving the mask some dimension. I'm going to start by shading all around the mask in a dark brown. Don't forget to also shade around the teeth. Then right in between the brown and the black of the painted mask, you're going to want to go in with this shade and repeat the whole entire step again. I forgot to do this detail on the eye, but I didn't quite nail it, so you can just look at your reference photo and try to do it as best as you can. Then I decided I want to glam up the Ichigo, and I'll be going in with blush on my cheeks and also a little bit of highlighter. Throw on some lashes. Then you want to go in with black and just shade all around the perimeter of the face. Decided the mouth was looking a bit blunt, so I'll be going in and giving the mouth some dimension with some brown in the mouth and also around the teeth. And that's it.